Hello everyone, this is the Underdoll, and I wanted to talk about Star Wars novelist Carly Ray from an article from Bounding Into Comics. The headline says, Star Wars novelist Ray Carson proves Lucasfilm is hiring people who don't know Star Wars. Carson, who is the author of the upcoming Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker novelization, Most Wanted, and short stories Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing, and The Red One, took to Twitter to reveal a Star Wars moment that brought her unqualified, uncontained joy. Carson wrote, I desperately want to see a girl Jedi on the big screen, so in The Force Awakens when the lightsaber whips past Kylo's hand to land in Rey's instead, I still get weepy thinking about it. I waited 40 years for that moment. Oh, okay. So, this is clearly someone who didn't even watch episode 2. You didn't even watch the prequels. And this is a so-called Star Wars novelist claiming to be a fan. While choosing that moment is all well and good, the issue comes with Carson implying there had not been any girl Jedi on the big screen before Rey. This is unequivocally false. There have been plenty of girl Jedi in Star Wars on the big screen, with many of them serving on the Jedi Council. An appearance in episode 2 with the lightsaber. Adigalia members here actually mentioned. Those include Depa Bilaba, Adigalia, Yadel Stas Ali, Bolta Swan, Ayla Sakura. Ayla Sakura is also on screen in the movies. She gets shot down in episode 3. Jocasta Nu Shakti, that was the name, Shakti. Luminora Undili, she also dies and also gets some story behind her in Rebels. I haven't watched Rebels completely, but I know there is a storyline with her. Baris Ofi. Carson would be unsatisfied with fans informing her of these characters and decided to change her argument. Yeah, because when you get called out for being a fake fan, that's when you try to defend yourself, because you never cared to begin with. You come into the fandom you don't really care about and want all the clout and attention that comes with it. Don't even care for all the people that kept it alive since episode 6 and the prequels, all the years between those movies, and now the garbage that is the sequel trilogy. You insert yourself, you get a job with nepotism and affirmative action and claim to be a fan, and you don't even know the basics of the story. This just shows you didn't even watch the prequel movies. I even asked myself if you watch the original trilogy, if you don't know this basic stuff. And you sure as hell didn't watch Clone Wars or Rebels. Jesus, all these dudes in my mentions pointing out the female Jedi in the prequel trilogy who have no real roles and die horribly. So you move the goalpost now. So you said there were no Jedi in the movies, and now you remove them. You have Ahsoka Tano and all these other that are very well portrayed in the Clone Wars, but you wouldn't know this. I guess I should have been happy with some quick cameos. I mean, that's all we women deserve, am I right? So now you use your women card to basically be immune to criticism. However, this argument doesn't really work either. Star Wars The Clone Wars was released in theaters on August 10, 2008. The film introduced audiences to Anakin Skywalker apprentice Ahsoka Tano, as well as Count Dooku's Sith apprentice Asajj Ventress. Hell yeah! There is an official movie, which I am probably one of the few that actually watched that one, along with the Clone Wars. And know these two characters. Asajj Ventress is a big deal in the Clone Wars. Anakin and Ahsoka team up in order to defend the planet Christophsis from separatist invasion, which I think is also in episode 3, where you have one of the council members being killed there in the montage, which is a great scene nevertheless. Adi Kamundi, I think his name was, who and he dies on that planet from the clone troopers that turn on him. Not only does her argument about female Jedi not work, but she also gets called out for assuming that everyone refuting her argument was a dude. Yeah, that's basically the SJW argument. If you are a dude, your opinion doesn't matter. That's basic sexism from these people. Carson's comments are the latest string from people who Lucasfilm who have hired show they don't really have understanding of Star Wars. They have also basically the new era which Star Wars is gonna be part of. It's basically just affirmative action and quotas which they are going to insert into Star Wars, which is the most boring period you could have imagined, where there are no Mandalorians, there are no Sith, there is peace in the galaxy. The only thing you could possibly make anything interesting out of is basically to have the Hutts have some sort of issue there, but I really doubt they're gonna go that route, to be honest. There was this image from the High Republic which basically summed up all of the highlights or the points of the High Republic. Again, I don't understand the logic behind Lucasfilm or Disney behind why not make the most bankable thing you can. You have two things you could have done. You could have made a Kenobi movie everyone was pining for, but you didn't. For some reason, you didn't. And the other thing you could have done during this time was to actually go to the Old Republic, which also people are yearning for within the Star Wars universe. But no, you want to go the other route. I can't. This is just inconceivable to me. Here, as you can see, I'm gonna put it in the video so you can actually see this. Authentically lived in surprise. This is a fiction part. Diversity, actual ending, feelings, relatable characters, sweeping, epic. Star Wars, not pro-war. That. Droids, scope, mythic, space, lightsaber battles. But that doesn't make any sense. Are they gonna fight themselves? No single main character, which is freaking stupid to me. The Force, Star Wars wishes, High Republic, relic hunters, university, dinosaurs, representation, diversity. Legends, I think that's what it says there. River houses, Sith Empire, chaos. That's I can't read it exactly, but Sith Empire. The Sith Empire doesn't exist during this time. This is why when you hire someone. This is why you don't hire people like Ray Carson to write Star Wars. This is just the simple reason why you don't. Jesus Christ. This is why Star Wars, the biggest IP on the planet, is bombing because of incompetent people who insert themselves into fandom that don't even care the least bit about it, and they just want clout and destroy what George Lucas created. They ignored all of his stories, his ideas, so you could have this diversity, Mary Sue crap, which nobody wanted. People wanted the original 3 just one last time and passing the torch. How hard can that be? It is apparently so hard that they can't even think about creating something like this. They wanted to recreate episode 4, even though it is probably the most watched, most bought franchise ever, and thinking that people can't remember what happened in episode 4, 5, and 6, and they had to recreate episode 4, and then just trash the original characters in every conceivable way. We have Han Solo regressing, Jake Skywalker being a shell of himself, destroying the canon, Yoda reverting back to a pretend character he was in episode 5. You have Leia being basically useless and contradictory in The Last Jedi, and so useless. Sorry, Carrie Fisher, but she is never supposed to be in The Rise of Skywalker. And then you have Jake Skywalker doing 180 and then breaking the lore again, where you can have Force Ghost interacting with the world, which makes no sense. Why didn't they just kill Sheev Palpatine when they had the chance, or how didn't they even know that he existed when Anakin Skywalker was his apprentice, and he doesn't even show up in this goddamn movie to help his son, or whatever you want to say. I mean, technically Rey is now a Skywalker because she identifies with it. This is just such a... Star Wars is a foobar at this point in time. It's just too poisonous to touch, because I don't even know what to say to these people. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.